Hello all you rad people and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about the settings that I use for motocross. Alright everyone, so check it out. This is what I use for motocross with my GoPro Hero 8. And I will be talking about the GoPro Hero 7 as well, and I will be making notes as we go. I like to shoot in 4K resolution, but you know, that's just me. I like putting up the highest quality that I possibly can to YouTube. You know, you don't have to shoot 4K. You can use 1080p, and that does open up some more options for you. But for me, I like using 4K. Aspect ratio. Honestly, no one uses 4:3. We're gonna make this very quick. 16:9 or you're wrong. So when you pick your lens, you have linear, wide, and super view. And I think I might be forgetting one, but who cares about the rest, to be honest with you. Let's just talk about super view. When you're using first-person footage, when you're doing point of view footage or first person, you want to use the super view, and that's huge. The ability the wideness that it gives you is just massive. So you want to use that. So now here comes the caveat though. When you're shooting 4K and you're shooting super view, if you're using the Hero 8, you can record in 30 frames per second and even 60 frames per second. However, if you're using the Hero 7, you can only use 24. And honestly, that's fine with me. I mean, when I had the Hero 7 and I used the Hero 7, that's what I used. Hyper smooth, on. You want it on, period. You don't want to turn it off. Use it. Use the highest one that you can get away with. And on both of them, I think that's just on. Normal. On the Hero 8, you can't use Super View and Boost. It just doesn't let you. I wish it would. That'd be awesome. Hey guys, I'm actually going to jump in here real quick. I actually made a mistake when I was recording this section right here. So in order to actually change the settings that come after this, you have to have Protune on no matter what. So fact of the matter, just turn Protune on. Hero 8, you have the option to use a normal bitrate or a higher bitrate. Use the higher bitrate. It gives you a lot more detail. You definitely want to use it. Shutter speed. I just leave it on auto, to be honest with you. You can pick it. There are some rules in videography where you want to go double your frame rate, but honestly, just go ahead and go with auto. This is an important one, EV comp. What you guys want to use for EV comp is -1. And what that does is it allows you to maintain the highlights that are going to get blown out a lot faster before you lose the detail in the shadows. So you really want to put it at -1. And what that's going to do is just lower the image just like this. Poof. You can see the screen just got darker. Now let's put it back. Boom. And when you do that, you're retaining a lot more data, and that's the important thing. You don't want to blow out your highlights. And if you're in a foresty area, it's gonna blow out. I mean, no matter what, the GoPro does a decent job of switching the exposure fairly quickly, but honestly, you're gonna have a hard time kind of dealing with that. So the best thing you can do is bringing down the exposure just one stop, and that's gonna help a lot. White balance, I just use it on auto, to be honest with you. You can set to daylight, to shadows, but honestly, daylight, it does a decent job. It does a decent enough job for me. There's only been a handful of times where I've really noticed it switching constantly back and forth, but just go with it, just use auto. ISO min and max, ISO 100. All day long for the minimum. You never want to go any higher than that. You want to have the cleanest image possible. And when you use ISO 100, it's gonna give you that. So the caveat to that is ISO max. I would say 1600 is good enough for every day. But if you are going to be in a night ride or a dark situation, you want to bump it up. 1600 may not do it. You may have to go to 6400, but try to get away with just using 1600 if possible as the max for the ceiling. Sharpness. I use sharpness low, and that's because I'm going in and I'm editing and color correcting and picking everything when I go to edit. I'm making sure my highlights are good. I'm looking at my shadows. I'm putting in my own contrast. So I'm gonna go in and change my own sharpness. So I'll go in and I'll bump up the sharpness later. And this brings me to another point. You want to have, if you're doing your own editing, you want to have the cleanest image possible, the flattest possible, so that way you can come in and revive it. That way you can go in and make your own decisions on where your highlights are, where your shadows are. And with that, we're going to talk color. You have the option of selecting, you can pick GoPro color, which is going to be very saturated, very vibrant, very contrasty, or you can go with flat. And flat's gonna be as flat as possible. It's gonna look really ugly, to be honest with you. So if you are going to be editing it, you're going to use flat. But if you're going to be just going straight to YouTube, straight to Instagram, then go with the GoPro Color. Raw audio, just leave it off. Don't even mess with it. It's a waste of time, to be honest with you. The wind stereo option. This is huge. So with the wind and the stereo option, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna put it in stereo all the time. You never wanna use the wind mode. It's gonna kill your audio. The most important thing about video is audio. If I sounded like crap right now, you have already left this video. One of the ways I make my audio sound really good is with this. This is a foam cover for the GoPro Hero 8. They have one for the Hero 7. They have one for all of them, to be honest with you. Then another option is the little mic covers that go over the mic, and they're a little like, we refer to them as dead cat in the industry, which is a really messed up name, but that's what it is. So what this does is this reduces the wind noise coming into the camera, and it makes a huge difference. So like right now, I'm gonna put up a little video right here. You can see me riding, you can see me doing some motocross, and you can see that the audio sounds great. Well, you rad people, I hope these settings help you guys a lot. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. I will answer it as soon as I can. If you guys like this video, or if this video has helped you, please hit like. And if you guys want to see more great content, or even if this video helped you, hit subscribe. I'm putting out content every week, and I'm trying to grow the channel. So when you guys subscribe, it makes a big difference. Thank you to all my current subscribers. You guys are the best. Well, this is the MTB Rad Dad signing off, and I'll see you next time.